since I seem to have gotten a really good video yesterday. Oh, let me turn it sideways. Hang on. Hey, get off my gloves. All right, there we go. I'm gonna try this time. The sideways video. Hang on, let me climb up here. Get off me. I need something to kind of prop this up a little bit more. Put a twig behind it or something. A bigger twig. Oh! The goats are bugging me. They want food. Give me food. We want food. It's probably too big. Yeah, that works. Perfection. All right, so now I'll go get their food real quick. I'll be right back. Is this what you want? Get up, get back. Nope, get back. Get back. Nope. Yeah. Back. Back. Get up. Stop. There we go. That's the distraction. Push them all the way out here. This thing. Spread it out so they don't pick on the little guy as much. ground in their yard, I have like feeding troughs, sort of the lids off of these barrels, basically. But I just make sure there's no poop on them. And then that way there's no parasites either. The parasites tend to be in the ground. Hadn't done a sideways video for the farm in a while. It's probably better. You get to see more, generally speaking. I'm gonna collect those. I put them in there so they can rain wash. They were in the cat house and they got filthy. So I'm pretty much done here for now. What I'm gonna do next is go work at Keplinger. And then I'm gonna probably go buy the materials to refloor that and clean out that container that David Ray was using and root. So that's gonna cost me $75 times 5. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. Yeah. So what's 75 times 5? A lot of money. So and then I still gotta re-roof it, or the roof leaks. So I gotta do that as well. But this board is like invincible board. So I'll go ahead and do the floor first, and then once it warms up, I'll redo the roof. And then I'll start using it for like my heavy equipment, like wood chipper, wood splitter, chainsaws, things like that. And then I just noticed some stuff that David Ray didn't do right. These are supposed to be, there's supposed to be at least 4 or 5 things on here, and there's only 3 on these. Because see where it's buckling out, it's not supposed to do that. But anyway, I gotta come back and fix that too. It's a lot of things I had to go behind him and do because he was too lazy to do them. Took me forever to get him to do it in the first place. But anyways, and eventually I gotta get started working on that goat house over here in the goat yard. I got 1,000 projects that I'm working on, and I don't really have any help. I never really did. The help that I did have wasn't very helpful. So I more or less went backwards instead of forwards. It was like 2 steps forward, 1 step back, or one step forward and 2 steps back, something like that. Really didn't make a lot of progress. Made some, but not a lot. In 10 years, we should have been a lot better off than I am, or than we were. So, yeah. Looks like they're going after the alfalfa hay first, which is fine. What I might end up doing after I rotate them to the next yard, take this big ring off because I got to shrink it anyways, and then shovel or hay fork some of this into this here, and then put this, and then basically put this ring back around it. I got to make it smaller. It's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this other side, I'm gonna shrink it in. 3 more? 1, 2, 3. And that'll probably be about right. Hello. I still like you, even though you've been mean to the baby. I still like you. But he's still alive. That's a good sign. They're not killing him. They're just picking on him. She typically won't let me pet her, but she's warming up to me. I can scratch her a little bit now. Not much. Not like this one. She like comes up to me and says, "Scratch me, pet me." She loves it. And the other young black one, black and white, she's warming up to me too. She'll let me pet her, but she doesn't come up to me for attention like this brown one does. Brown one definitely wants attention. She's the new Chocolate. Chocolate would come up to me. Of course, Chocolate was the alpha, but Chocolate would come up to me all the time and want to be petted, and Cleopatra too. So, yeah. Look at her. She's like, "Hey, what about me? What about me? I want attention. I want attention." Yeah, if I had 8 arms, I can pay attention to all of you at the same time. She's like, "I don't want your attention." See, I just pet you, scratch you. See, I'm nice. Your baby's like me. She hasn't quite warmed up to me yet either. Still somewhat let me pet her, but not like these guys will. Yeah. Yeah. Alrighty. So we're done here. I don't know why I came back here. Mostly to check on things. I like to be on top of things. You know, I physically caught him. David Ray wouldn't check on the animals really. When he'd come down to check on them, what he would do is he'd just walk down here, stop for 1 or 2 seconds, and then turn around and walk back up. And he'd be like, "Oh, I checked on them." That was the way he checked on the goats. If they were locked up, he didn't really check on them. I actually come back here and walk the yard, and I physically look at them and check them. That's what you're supposed to do. But he didn't really care about the animals like he says he does. They're over at Deb's right now, and he hardly ever goes over there to check on them. Deb pretty much has to take care of his goats. Or I should say our goats, since he stole some of my goats. I mean, they were milk goats. I didn't really care about having milk goats, but I was going to rehome Trig and Paul to a girl that I knew would take care of them. And they were just going to be pets. Because even though Trig likes to be a mom, she's a really good mom. She probably doesn't need to be birthing babies since she only has 3 legs. She'll probably be okay. She's a tough little cookie. But, you know, it was more about principle that he stole her and her baby. Because he doesn't take very good care of them. Now, part of my plan originally was to breed Nigerians with Kiko Spanish cross. So I was going to have some Nigerian bucks and breed them with a Spanish Kiko nanny. And that's where I had my name, Skygerian. Spanish Kiko Nigerian. And so I was trying to make a good meat milk goat. Well, because I wasn't really interested in milking them. David Ray always talked about milk goats, milk goats, milk goats. Hey, hey, hey! And but he never milked them. And people kept asking me, why do you have milk goats if you're never going to milk them? I'm like, heck if I know. So I was trying to go in the meat direction, but he sabotaged that the best that he could. Going around telling everybody that the guy I bought my goats from sold me overpriced sick goats. And started that rumor. And basically caused the bridge to burn between me and my goat trader. And supposedly, according to the rumor, supposedly 3 people tried to warn me not to buy from this guy, which I'm still trying to figure out who these 3 alleged people are. But anyway, so the goat trader guy basically came and bought the goats back from me and sold them to Doc Kramer, which goes to show that he doesn't have and doesn't sell overpriced sick goats, because Doc Kramer paid just as much, if not more, for them than I did. That looks like styrofoam. It is styrofoam. That's weird. Wonder how that got up here. Oh, the lawnmower. Okay. I put styrofoam in the tires, and some of the foam fell off because it was bleeding out of the tires. I still haven't figured out how to make that work right. But oh well, I'll figure it out eventually. So anyway, so yeah, he came back and gave me my money back, and then he sold them to Doc Kramer. You know, and Doc Kramer is basically a regular customer of this guy. So now I have 4 people who use this guy. Oh shit, she scared me. As evidence that, you know, he's reliable and whatnot. But yeah, I may not be able to use that guy ever again because of that crap David Ray did. So now I'm doing Nubians and the little guy, he's a Nigerian Nubian cross. So the offspring will be 75% Nubian, 25% Nigerian. And they'll basically be meat milk goats, but more meat than milk. And hopefully maybe they'll have decent milk quality. But I'm not breeding them for milk. I'm just breeding them for meat and potential milk if I needed to milk them, or if someone else wanted to milk them, and not just say they wanted to milk them, but actually do it.
Yeah, like some of the people we know.
Yeah, like, well, yeah. So that's that. Oh, he's doing good. They're picking on him less. They mostly only pick on him when they're around the food.
Do you feed him separate?
No, but he's holding his own mostly.
But they're not killing him.
They're not killing him. Yeah, they're picking on him less. And as he gets bigger, He'll return the favor.
I'm sure. Yeah, the other day they were just knocking him around, lifting him up and flipping him over. They weren't like crashing into him. They
Yeah.
were butting him, but not like
Oh, yeah.
I've seen.
Well,
really hard.
I scared him probably yesterday morning it was. Because the young one that's my favorite, she rammed him really good, lifted him up in the air. So I went after her. I was kicking her. And she jumped the fence. She climbed the pallet and jumped the fence. She was trying to get away from me. So now she's less aggressive towards him because I scared the shit out of her.
Is that them?
Oh yeah, they want more green. They're coming up to bug me.
There she is.
Yeah, she's the alpha.
Ramsey, did you check her backside? Is she look too thin or she look normal?
She's about right. She might be a little thin, but I gave him a little extra green too.
Where's the baby?
Right
Oh,
there.
there he is.
He's the tail end. For now, he'll probably be leading the pack in 6 months
Hey, Paul.
to a year.
He actually came up to me the other day.
Cool. Yeah, he's somewhat of the leader too. He was at first, anyways. Now Ramsey's pretty much taken over.
She's the boss.
Yeah, she respects Paul, but yeah, she's pretty much in charge.
He lets her lead if she needs to.
Yeah.
I think he has just got the cutest face.
Paul. Yeah.
Hey.
Paul.
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 It's like I ain't talking to you. Come here. The little brown one. Is that the one that you got after?
Yeah, yeah. The little brown one. Well, all of them, but Ramsey not so much. She softly butts him. Yeah. He was the first one to be aggressive towards him.
Hey, little guy. Is he friendly or is he still scared of everything?
He's still scared of everything. I was able to pick him up and move him to the food that I fed separately, and he didn't cry. He just kind of like laid there, just hung there. But I picked him up and carried him over to the food and set him down, and he ate. Hey, get off my trees! I need to put cattle panels around those before they kill them.
Ramsey! He's the worst.
Yeah, see, I'm worried. Like, she ate the top out of this one, so now. Well, no, it's gonna grow this direction, and it's not gonna be a normal. Yeah, it's gonna be messed up. That's why I'm trying to keep them from eating the tops out. I can eat the sides, but I don't want to eat the top out.
So you got any cattle panels?
No, I gotta go buy some.
You want to get that done today?
See, like right here. As long as they leave the center one alone,
it'll be okay.
It'll be okay.
It gets tall enough.
Yeah, I got some tall ones over here. They don't seem to mess with those. They want these.
That's because they're short and easy to get.
I'm not sure. They just don't ever go over here. That I know of. So I got a real big one over there. And 3 decent.
Pretty good size.
Yeah.
I also got a little pocket with a Velcro that I can put my keys in and won't lose them again.
But it's coming apart.
No, well, it is, but it isn't.
Right.
And so do both sides.
But those are the ones I need the most anyways. They'll block the north wind.
Right.
But so will the junipers. So between the junipers and the pines,
Juniper to say the seed.
yes. But they don't seem to eat the junipers as much as they do the pine. So yeah, that's why I'm gonna have to. But this week, I need to get the board for that container. Maybe next week I'll get the cattle panels.
You want to go do the boards or no?
Yeah, well, first I need to do Caplinger. So I'm gonna put up the security and put up the feeder for the cats. I need to get a bucket to put around the feeder
One of the blue ones.
though. Well,
You done saw the ends?
no, what I need to do is, I don't know how I'm gonna do it. That's the problem. That's why I haven't done it already. No, they'll just knock it over. No, they'll just knock it over. No, I'll have to hang it up.
The barrel.
No, it's not a barrel, it's a bucket. So,
Then you gotta figure out how to put the barrel around the bucket.
well, I'll put a barrel. I'll put the bottom of a barrel. I'll show you.
Like Libby's,
Yeah.
but it still flies.
No. I'll show you.